Hi, I'm Shoestring Jay and welcome back to my channel. I forgive my slightly bedraggled hair. I've been in the rain, in and out the rain all day today it feels like. And does anyone else have that? You know, you've got straight hair but you only have to get a tiny bit of humidity and it goes and mine does it on the layers. I really think about I should grow the layers out. It does need cutting though, which doesn't help. So what I've done today is kind of rushed around most of the day, but I did manage to squeeze a little grocery haul in. It's Monday, and I do like to do it on a Monday because I absolutely hate crowds, especially at the moment, and I like to get into a supermarket on the quietest day, which I think is Monday. So I was really heartened to see so many people wearing their masks today because that is what they're supposed to do, and they were, so that's good. I had to squeeze it in a bit because I had my booster jab first thing, and then I had half an hour literally from arriving to Lidl to get out, to get done and get over to my daughter's property to get her cat and take her cat to the vets because she's got a scabby ear thing going on. So it was all a bit of a mad rush, and then I had to take Archie out. And then we got back, we both took Archie out, we got back from taking Archie out and he was so wet and filthy dirty that we had to give him a bath. And so now the whole lounge smells of wet dog because it just does until he dries. So he had a lovely time over there, but it was really muddy. And I also was really annoyed because I bought some boots they were brand new boots, not second-hand for once, about just over a year ago, I think, before I started my second-hand challenge. And they were quite a decent quality pair of boots. They cost £23–24. I thought they were decent quality, and I walked confidently through a puddle just now, and both of them have got splits, which I'm really cross about. So the next pair of boots I buy, unless I happen to find a really good second-hand pair in my size, when I've completed this challenge at the end of the year, end of 2021, I'm going to invest in a really decent quality pair. I'm going to do some research and see which ones are the best quality. So if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Can't afford anything like hunter boots, so don't suggest anything like that. Probably a decent pair of Dunlops or something like that would be more me. They don't have to be stylish, they just have to be, well, not leak. Not split after a year and leak. Anyway, enough waffle. I went to Lidl, so I had half an hour in Lidl. I went straight to the bit where they usually have the £1.50 Lidl boxes where they're throwing out, well, not throwing out, they're selling off stuff that's kind of towards the end of it, the use by date. And I'll show you that first. So here it comes. So I managed to pick up a little discounted box today. I very rarely find them in my local Lidl worth having. I mean, they're often there, but they're normally just full of potatoes and such sad looking lettuces that you know they're just going to go straight into the compost bin. So this one looked more reasonable, I thought. So I'm going to adapt my meal plans somewhat to use this. So a stir fry is on the cards. Now the outer leaves look a little bit yellow, but the bottom bits are absolutely fine. So there's some pak choy, 2 aubergines, which feel fine. They feel absolutely fine. They're something I very rarely use, but a member of my Secondhand and Frugal Life, my Facebook group, recently posted a baba ganoush recipe, which I did actually save. So this is going to be the time to try to make baba ganoush. And I've got 2 lots of these. I'm showing you this box quickly now because I've got some shopping for Justin's mum. So I'm going to take that round to them and I'll give them one of these. So they're a bit marked, but they're really, honestly, they're fine. They're not soft. So I'll give them one of those because I'm not going to eat 2. We're not going to eat 2 of those here. A couple of apples. Again, we do have a fridge full of apples, but they do last for ages in the fridge, and they were some from somebody's tree. Bag of sprouts. So who doesn't want sprouts at this time of year? So I was going to buy broccoli, so I didn't buy broccoli. Instead, we'll have the sprouts and some nectarines. These feel, well, that one's a bit manky actually, but I could probably cut half of that off. These feel like they're just about ripening. I wouldn't normally buy them at this time of year. They're not at their best, are they? But as part of the box, yeah, pretty pleased with that for £1.50. That's not bad at all, is it? Always worth, before you start your shopping, head down to the end till that's normally in. Head down to the end till in your Lidl. Early in the morning is a good time. Monday morning I've found is quite a good time. It's Monday today. and see if they've got one of these boxes. I do understand from other people that they have like moved the contents about, but I think that's cheeky, and I think that's why you end up with some of the boxes being nothing but potatoes and really not very good. So I think you should take the boxes as they come and allow other people to do the same. So this was as it came, and it was the best of the bunch that were there. So yeah, quite pleased with that. So I was pretty pleased with that box. It's one of the better ones I've had. Altogether today, I actually seem to have spent more than usual because I spent £66 and a penny. But I write all over it because I just want to see what I've actually spent on groceries. And I bought some things for Justin's mum, so I've taken that off and it comes to £60.65. But of that, £25.33p was stuff for Christmas, which comes out of a separate budget. So that means that I actually spent on groceries £35.32p, which is about right. It's about average for us, so for a weekly amount. So that's not bad, is it? That's quite good. But there's only two of us, so so I'll show you the Christmas things as I go along. So, and then I must get it put away. It's been sat in my very cold office all day. I wasn't worried about it going off or anything because it's freezing in the office and the heating wasn't on. So first thing I'll show you, I bought two of these, but one of them was for Justin's mum. All butter mince pies. As you can see, we had to have one with a cup of tea earlier. We had one each. I have to say they're nicer hot with custard, but cold with a cup of tea was just about acceptable, and they were £1.49. I know you can get cheaper mince pies, and I do actually have some mincemeat, so I do intend to make some at some point, but I just fancied them when I saw them. I also couldn't find any sausages in Lidl. They still had a few gaps in their meat section, so I thought, well, that's fine, I'll get these chipolatas instead. You can still have sausages and mash with chipolatas, can't you? Which is what I've got on my meal plan this week. So you get 20 of those, and they're gluten-free, and they were £3.29. So I will take enough for me and Justin to have a dinner, and the rest will go in the freezer. So I'll portion those up. Put these in here when I've done them. And lots of things I buy are, would be so much more expensive if they were branded. And because I buy Lidl's own or Aldi's own if I'm in Aldi, they're much cheaper. So these are fake Rivita, just rye crisp bread. They were 59p. And these are fake Shreddies, malt wheats, and they were 69p. And there's quite a big box of those as well. I did cave in for a few snacks. I think that's what happens when you rush, isn't it? You just go, you impulse buy things. So I bought a few snacks and chocolate and a big bag of mini cheddars. And normally I'd buy the fake cheddars, but these were on offer, 14 packs for £1.99. So that'll be good. That'll be nice in the evening. And the other things I bought for sort of snackiness, and I do deliberately buy boring biscuits, some rich teas. I buy boring biscuits because then I eat fewer of them. It's quite nice to have a biscuit with a cup of tea from time to time, but if they're like really nice, like chocolate hobnobs, I'll just eat them really quickly. So these will last the week. Rich teas, they were only 29p, so that's really quite cheap. And some fig rolls as well, which were, I think, 37p, those ones. It's not too bad. This is some of the Christmas stuff. This is not Christmas, this is just a bottle of wine. I wanted to buy a bottle of white one. I don't drink red, Justin does, and he's got some red. And because I was in a rush, I picked up what I thought was a bottle of red. And then when I looked at it when I got home, it was Shiraz. Well, I thought it was a bottle of white rather, and it's a bottle of red. So I don't have any wine. I'll just have to have a gin and tonic if I'm desperate. That was £5.49, which is not bad actually for quite a nice bottle of wine. I think that's quite decent. And then these were for Christmas. I bought a bottle of Prosecco, just bog standard Prosecco. This one, I was thinking it was funny actually because I wrote the thing on it, the price on it, and then I thought my guests, which is just family really, are going to be going, oh, she's put how much she spent on the Prosecco for Christmas dinner. That was only £5.99. I think you can get a decent bottle of Prosecco for not very much money these days. And then I splashed out and bought an organic one, and it was only £7.49. So it's still, sorry, £7.90, can't read my writing, £7.49 it is. Bottle of organic Prosecco since it's Christmas, and it's a bit of a treat. I thought that was acceptable. And this is me being hungry when I'm shopping. 2 bars of milk chocolate, and they were 4.89p each. 85p each they were. So I'm honestly sometimes you just need chocolate, don't you? And I really feel like that. But when you're rushing around as well. Sorry, you keep disappearing. So I bought some sweet corn. I really wanted the small cans of sweet corn, but they didn't have any in Lidl, so I bought big cans. They were 37p each. And I was annoyed, and normally in Lidl they don't have normal size cartons of custard. They only have really massive ones, which we wouldn't use, or these little ones, which I don't like because there's too much packaging and plastic. But I bought them because I just like to have some custard, and then if just one of us wants some, we can have some. And they were 99p. I did actually, when it went into B&M the other day, I found some old-fashioned powder custard, which I haven't bought for a while. So I'll try to use that first, rather than going through the stuff in plastic. So I'll try to use the old-fashioned custard powder. That's all we ever had in the past. So I don't know why I've kind of got dependent on these. We didn't need much in the way of eggs this week. Normally I buy loads of eggs, but I've still got some left over. So I just bought 6 large free-range eggs for 99p. I think they've gone up, haven't they? And again, we didn't need a lot of bread. I just got these for 46p because they're quite nice to have in the cupboard, and then if I'm making a soup or something, I can do this. I do quite enjoy making my own bread. If you've seen some of my other vlogs, you'll see I've made sourdough quite a lot. However, I actually stopped eating any carbs for a few weeks because I wanted to lose a bit of my belly. And my sourdough starter died, so I need to get some more sourdough starter, and then I will try to make some more sourdough starter. I believe you can do it yourself. I've never done it myself. Somebody gave me, one of my readers, Carol gave me, one of my Facebook group, gave me the starter. I don't want to bother her for another lot, so I shall try and make my own. So they were 46p. Let's get a few bits out so I don't keep disappearing. I don't know if you saw, a couple of vlogs ago, I made some old-fashioned fluff with jelly and evaporated milk, and I'm totally obsessed with this really old childhood favourite now. So I bought some more jelly. It's 99p a pack, but obviously that's 2 lots of jelly there, so it's not too expensive. Again, when I was in B&M, I did pick up some evaporated milk. They don't ever do that for some reason in Lidl. It just seems to be something they don't stock at all. And I bought some of their bog standard basic butter for 1.45. I like to get this stuff rather than the stuff in plastic, again, if I can. So let's just bring the whole bag over. I'm so professional. I bought some bananas, and I've really noticed that bananas have gone up because I remember doing a vlog not so long ago where the bananas worked out 10p each. And these ones, well, that's 73p for 4, so that's a lot more than 10p each, isn't it? So they have gone up because quite some considerable amount. Now I've bought 3 packs of chicken thighs. They were 1.65 each. So again, those of you who are familiar with my blogs will know that I've got a ridiculously fussy cockapoo called Archie, who wouldn't degrade himself by eating actual dog food, and will only eat, well, he'll eat some kibble. He'll eat kibble if it's got chopped up chicken on it. So I buy these mostly for him. 2 of these will be for him. 1 of those will be for me and Justin to eat. And then I also buy him the cheapest of cheap ham. This pack was £1.57, just to get him started, because if you chop it up on top, he loves ham, and then he'll suddenly realise he's hungry and start eating everything. He really is the most ridiculously fussy dog you've ever come across in your life. But, you know, I've met other people with cockapoos who are exactly the same, so I've stopped thinking it's my puppy parenting skills that are at fault and stopped blaming myself. And I just think it's the breed, and so what you can do, what can you do about it? We were buying all sorts of dog food and wasting it or giving it away, and what's the point of that? We may as well get him something we know he's definitely going to eat. So this was the meat I bought for Christmas. So I've already bought a turkey, and I've been looking in the supermarkets for a nice big pork joint, and they're all really small because I've got quite a few people coming to eat. So in the end of today I thought, oh, actually these are stuffed. They've got pork, sage and onion stuffing in them. So I thought, well, why not get 2 of those, and then we will have those. I'll cook the turkey, and we will have some leftovers for the following several days after Christmas. So one of those was £5.71, and the other one was £6.14. So that'll mean we've got plenty of meat now. I won't be worried about people going hungry. They won't, because I've got quite a, well, it's not a large turkey, but it's a large enough turkey. But my daughters don't really like turkey, so this is for them, this is the compromise. So I'm going to put that in the freezer in a minute. So mushrooms is something we eat a lot of. I got this kind of size for £1.15. I'll eat loads of those. I have a lot of those for lunches. And then I bought my lacto-free milk, 89 pence, and I bought 4 of those, which I'm sure you don't need to see. And then the last thing I bought was just some carrots, which were only 40p, which is really cheap, isn't it? So that is pretty much everything for my £35 plus the box that you've already seen. I was really pleased with that box, because my particular Lidl, I think I said this in the clip actually, but the boxes are always horrible. They seem to put stuff in there that is really not saleable at all, and they're trying to stop food waste, but there's really no point in putting fruit that's so squashed that nobody can eat it. Or, like I said before about the lettuce, it's just had several times I've seen lettuce in there, and it's just so limp and nasty that you just wouldn't eat it. I mean, I suppose you could use it if you do any kind of cooked lettuce recipes, but how many of us do that really? So I was really pleased with these ones. I'm definitely going to make the baba ganoush. So that's me really. It's quite a short haul. If you enjoyed this little haul, seeing a little bit of my life and what I eat, then please do give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As I always say, I love it if you subscribe. It's going to help me grow my channel. And please leave comments below. I love to know what people think and what you're doing. Have you been stocking up for Christmas? How much do you spend? Do you think £35 for mostly 2 people and a dog, and cats actually, although I didn't buy any cat food today, is a reasonable amount to spend? And have you noticed the prices going up is the other question too. I've noticed it a little bit. I've seen other people comment on social media that things have gone up a lot, but I think they haven't gone up that much yet. I think we've got the price hikes to come, so we'll see anyway. So don't forget to subscribe, give me the thumbs up, turn on your notifications if you want to see when I publish something again, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.